Hello, everybody. I am the mighty Thor. What's up, guys? It's me, John Avenger, once again, and welcome back to another review. This is still crossover month, and this is kind of a crossover because in this movie you have the Guardians in it, so briefly. And that is the new 2022 fourth movie. Yes, fourth movie in this franchise. And that is Marvel's Thor, Love, and Thunder. It was fun. Really fun. I know some people were disappointed in this. I was not. There were some problems, but some of them are more spoilery, and I'm not going to say that right now. But let's see. The film is directed about just the same with the same director, Taika Waititi, co-wrote by the script with Jennifer Caden Robinson. Did this woman write? What did she write? She wrote Someone Great from 2019 and Unpregnant. Yeah, never heard of her. But in the film, Thor must find inner peace, but must return to action and recruit Valkyrie, Korg, and Jane Foster, who is now the mighty Thor, to stop Korg the God Butcher from eliminating all gods. And I'm going to try not to put any spoilers in this review. But yeah, there's a lot in this movie I really enjoyed. The soundtrack, the action, most of the humor. Some of it is just like really forced, and I think Taika Waititi has a problem with just letting a scene breathe, because a lot of times he's just like saying rapid fire dialogue to trying to get it through. I'm like, we get it, you like to be funny, but this doesn't have to be a comedy every 2 seconds, just saying. Miss Marvel wasn't like that, or Multiverse of Madness. It had time to breathe. The romance is really well done between Thor and Jane. I really missed them together. Portman and Chris Hemsworth still have the chemistry and the spark, and they have the kissing is nice. The film is not that long. It's a lot better than Wonder Woman 84 because I was not, they didn't have the pacing problem. The new characters, Bale eats it up. He was fantastic. Always good to see Bale give a great performance even under all that makeup. It's not a spoiler. He's really scary in the movie. Tessa Thompson's always cute to watch. Russell Crowe was a fantastic Zeus, made me laugh my ass off. And of course, Natalie Portman. What can I say about her, guys? I have her all over my walls. I adore this actress. This is my favorite actress ever. The GOAT. My greatest of all time. I love her with a burning passion. Ever since I saw her in The Phantom Menace when I was 14, I've been in love with her ever since, guys. In every single thing I've seen her in or heard her voice in. She's just a beautiful, so very charismatic, very warm, person in nearly everything she's in. And that's why this movie will be in my top 5 of the year. Sorry, Josh, I disagree with you. This is not let's just wait till it's on Disney Plus. No, this is a theatrical experience for her. She made me tear up at the end. And you know why. I'm not going to say a thing. She just is wonderful in everything that she does. I love that she won an Oscar after doing the first Thor. I love that she brought life into this world. I love her smile. I love how beautiful she is without, over-sexualizing. See, Josh, this is how you do it right. And the whole time that she was on screen, I felt bad when, something happens to her. And also, the movie was lighthearted. It wasn't super dark. Like the last the Multiverse of Madness was way more dark than this because a lot more people die in it. But the movie is fun. Like, if you could shut your brain off, this movie's like a mix of He-Man, Flash Gordon, Star Wars, and some other stuff that I've seen. A little bit of like not Battlestar Galactica. What's that other thing called? Like Conan. But there's a lot of battles in this movie. That was in the trailer. A lot of action. A lot of like great soundtrack, great effects, and a great the look of the film is very Guardians. The aesthetic. A much better villain than the second movie. There's a lot of self-referential humor from Ragnarok. But some of the Disney service, and Josh, you know what I mean, the things that they put in there, yeah, I was like, it's Disney. What do you expect? Fuck Disney. I don't like this Disney anymore. This woke agenda-filled Disney that they insert themselves in everything. It's not as bad as Lightyear. That's way worse because that had a gay kiss that could have been cut in a kids movie. This is not a kids movie. This is a PG-13 movie with a lot of with some blood and and creepy imagery for the kids, and it's more adult. And the goofy tone works here because, you know, with the visual style, you can't make a movie like that into Eternals. Eternals kiss my ass. This is how you do it. You don't bore me to death with a 20-minute extra of running time and have 100 characters that don't do anything or just get underused. Lady Sif was underused. She should have been in it more. I wanted more for her. The Guardians get underused, but they're going to have their own adventure next year. And also, there were no major cameos. There's 2 post-credit scenes. I'm not saying a word. But they were good. They were a nice nod to the audience. One is another character that's coming in the next movie. And at the end, they say Thor will return. We all knew that, guys. That's not a spoiler when I'm like, we know he's going to come back. Chris Hemsworth is not done yet. He's probably going to do another Avengers movie or a 5th Thor movie. These movies make money for him and for the studio. And, you know, if you want a lighthearted romp that's not a drama like Eternals was and a pain in the ass like Morbius or whatever, this is the movie for you. It says, it feels like, yeah, it's a fast enough pace to fun to make this worth addition to the MCU. Oh, definitely. It wasn't as boring as Moon Knight or it's a huge improvement over last year when Black Widow came out. That movie disappointed me. That movie had a shit character. That movie had a lame duck villain. That movie underused a woman that should have been the main focus instead of making her like say one word at the very end and then die. No, it wasn't underwhelming. I enjoyed myself. I could take this off because it's hurting my head. It's very, very tight. But anyway, yeah, this is the kind of movie that you want to see on a date night. Because, you know, if you love somebody, you'll be there with them till the very end. Till the end of the line, if you will. And, you know, it's sweet and it has heart. It has its heart in the right place. It's not perfect, Josh. I'm never going to say that. None of the Thor movies were perfect. The first one was a good movie. It was a little short, though. Second movie, the villain sucked. Third movie was goofy, but it was a little long. And they put a lot in it. But this is a fun movie. It's going to be in my top 10. It's still Sonic 2 is still the one to beat for my favorite of the year because that one gave me everything I wanted, and the crowds are just better in other theaters. Because every time I go to the Alamo Draft House, they're not cheering at the end. I wanted them to cheer. If you see my Endgame review or my if you heard my the reactions in that, people were on the top of the world when that movie started. Here it's like, yeah, they laughed out loud and they clapped. Some people clapped at the end. It is a sweet movie. And it's a good Marvel sequel. Like, some of them were not good. Well, actually, some of them were less than others. I don't hate them. I never hated Iron Man 2. Or Dark World. Or the 2 Captain America movies. Or Guardians 2 or whatever. It is what it is. It's another edition. And it's still going to be better than Black Panther 2. Because without Boseman, that movie is going to suffer without him. Because I miss him. And he really had cancer. With this movie, you know, they tackled it. They did the best they could. They put jokes. It's a movie. It's a bunch of dramatic. Marvel movies are dramatic stuff followed by jokes. Because if not, you get fan snore stick, and then I'm bored, and I can't take that. I cannot sit through another fan snore stick. Like, the next one better be good, because I can't be bored out of my mind with one action scene at the end. This has plenty of action and plenty of laughs. Some jokes fall flat, but again, it's because Waititi doesn't want scenes to breathe. You can have one joke. You don't have to have 10 in the same scene. This is not the Ghostbusters remake. That tried to put one joke after the other, and try to be like Marvel, and it failed. Its $250 million budget is a big one. This is one of the most expensive Marvel sequels ever made that's not called Avengers. And I can see the money on the screen, mostly. It's a very good-looking film. It's fun. It's lighthearted, and it's not a tragedy like Morbius was. And I'm sorry, if some people disagree, that's fine. It is what it is. It's a Disney product. Thankfully, it wasn't boring, and I enjoyed myself in the theater. So that's all I can say without giving spoilers, because I'll do a spoiler podcast with my friends. Thanks for watching. Take care. See the movie. It's worth your time. I recommend it because as a fan of Marvel for the past 14 years with the MCU, I never left them flat like other movie studios did. But they tried. And they made this during the pandemic, so cut them some slack. Anyway, thanks for watching. Take care. And I'll see you guys in the next one.